so just a quick preview of what we have so far. So we created this featured card here for our LearnDash course. Of course, if you click on that, that will take you to the LearnDash course. Then we also have these block right here, and what this does is that we actually created these posts or these cards using Blockli composable card, and then we will add any URL we want to add to those, and when you click on them, then they're just gonna go and open up whatever page that you have on them. So that's what we have so far. So we're gonna jump back to our design and finish out the rest of the code that we have. So let's jump here. So if you remember, we had our design here. So back here, so we're done with this. We're done with the first one, the second one. So now we're gonna jump in and create this other UI component or template for this block for LearnDash to display LearnDash courses. So we're going to do that simply. Of course, remember, we've got all this already in Zeppelin. So if we are just watching from here, Zeppelin is a plugin that allows us to export the properties of the elements in a component. So this is a component, and these are all the different elements in this component. You have an image, and you have this text here, the title, and then the author here. And so, of course, like I said, if you go to plugin, you go to Zeppelin, and then you simply just select the frame and then click export. But because we've already exported this before, we're just gonna go to this where we already exported that. So here under here, so we're gonna look at this. To do that, we're gonna run back to Blockli AI, and we're gonna go back to templates. And then we're going to create a new template. So this is, well, we'll just call this courses, so whatever you want to call it, right? So let's call that LD courses 1. And then, of course, this is meant for LearnDash courses. Of course, you can do lessons, anything. You can do whatever you want. So let's just stick with courses for now. Or maybe, actually, we can just do lessons because we already have, so you have this there, popular and all that. I'll just stick with courses for now. And then we're going to do the AI Copilot. And so, again, number of elements. I don't want to bore you with all of this, so I'm just going to fast forward this real quick. All right, so we have all of that set up, and now we're generating the component. Right, and then we're just gonna preview that. All right, so let's see what we have here. Now we've got not looking quite like it. So because if you can see from our design, we have a border radius here around this shape right here. And you can see, I think, yeah. All right, so we're gonna have to, work on this a little bit. So what we're gonna do, and then there's also like a shape here that sort of gives a contrast on top of this image. So that's gonna be a tricky one. Let's see how we're gonna do that. So we're gonna come here and we're going to, in fact, I'm gonna open this on a new tab so that I can look at it while I work on the, oh my God, nobody has time for this actually. So I'm gonna preview this on my phone. So let's jump in here. So another way you can do this, instead of you waiting, you can actually scan this here. All right, so this is what we have here. You can see that we need a little bit of contrast here, and we also need to put all of that here. And I'm gonna say, okay, make the following changes. And then I'll go down here. Number one, add a border radius of, I think we can say 15 to the container. And then number two, create a view of the following properties and add it below the texts to the bottom left corner of the container. Upload the image below the texts. Now we're gonna go here and grab the properties of this thingy here. So let's go here. So you can see here, this is a width. So we're just gonna just grab everything here, and I'm just gonna paste it here. Now, mind you, so let's take this out because I need that. Now we don't want the flex scroll, we don't need that, and also the background image, we don't need that. And then we've got the border radius and then opacity of 6. Then I'm just gonna give it a background color of black, right? And then what else do we need to do here? So we've got the, let's go back to our design here. So we have this popular in music here, and then complete guitar lesson, the title, and all of that, right? So let's send that off, and let's see what we get back here. I'm just gonna create that. We'll see it's complete, and we can preview that here. Actually, good. So we've got that here. Now, what needs to happen is that we can see that it looks like the texts are just kind of maybe behind the shape that we have here. So we're gonna tell it to bring the text to the top, and then of course we're gonna add the border radius to this shape right here. And also I want to check the actual width of this shape. This is 215 width. So I can see here the width here is not the same for this container. The width is supposed to be 250, right? So that, like that, it's supposed to be 250. That's actually why there wasn't, so there was actually a border radius here, but we weren't seeing it. So what I'm gonna do is, since I already made this change here and I can see that, so what I can just basically do is just copy this property that I just added to this container here. And then I'm just gonna come down here. Where's that container, which is the width right here. And I'm just gonna replace that. and then I'm just gonna tell it bring all the text to the top layer above the overlay shape, right? So let me see, what did he call that? He called it the overlay box. Yeah, overlay box, because we want to bring our text right on top of this overlay box right here. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to send that off. All right, so let's preview that. So that is perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is just to go to the mapping screen. So here I've gone ahead and actually done the mapping for that component. So what I've done is I mapped. So for here, this popular in music. So this music, I'm assuming this is category. So I've come here and says popular in category. So if you go here, I got my category here. I mapped that there. And then for the title, which is this complete guitar here, I replaced that with the title. And then what is this primary color that you're seeing here? So if you want these colors to be dynamic, meaning that you could actually use the colors in the block. So in this case here, you can see that we have some colors here: primary color, meta text color, all these are what we call block styles or block colors. So if we go back here, you can see that I'm using the primary color. So in this case, if I come here under block styles, I can pick a primary color and tag it to that title. And then also for the author, I use the meta color for that. Then for my popular in categories, which is this one here, I'm going to use the BuddyBoss App branding accent color. So what is BuddyBoss App branding accent color? Of course, if you go to BuddyBoss App and then you go to branding right here. So under colors, we have also exposed these colors to you that you can use them. So if you go to test colors here, you can use this accent color and any color here. All of these colors, we've actually exposed them for you here, so you can use them. So in this case, I am going to tag this one with app style, and I'll go to accent color. You see how I've tagged this right here. And then once I'm done tagging that, and this is pretty much mapped and ready to go. And of course, this is going to be multiple cards that can be scrolled horizontally, because from what we have here, this is a card that scrolls horizontally, and then we said that the whole card is clickable, right? And so once I'm done with all of that, and then just gonna click refactor. And once I click refactor, and then I'm gonna deploy that to GitHub. All right, so we have deployed that. So I'm gonna click deploy to GitHub. All right, so we are not going to be putting any custom fields here, because from this design that we have here, what we used was our category, our title, and the author, as well as the featured image. So these fields are the default fields for WordPress custom post types. So they are already part of the system, so you don't need to already map them. All you just have to do is you don't need to integrate them, because they're already integrated into the system. So you just simply use the tags for them in the mapping screen. Now, if we now go to the custom post block now and go to courses, you can now see that LearnDash courses here, and then you can see that here we don't have any fields here because we don't need any fields. So once you're done with that, we go to the app page, and of course you can see this is the third one here, and we're going to select LearnDash courses, and of course we're going to set our primary text to white, and then which other color did we use? I think it was just the primary text because the accent color was coming from yes, of course, we also set the meta text color, which was supposed to be for this guy here, whereas the popular in music is going to come from the BuddyBoss accent color, BuddyBoss app accent color, which of course it's here. All right, so once you're done with this, you can simply click here and save, and then we're gonna go in and of course take a look at what we had already created. And in this case, let's go here, 1, 2, 3, we're gonna update that. Now we're not yet gonna make a build because we want to finish building this whole thing, so we still have one more design to build, which is this one here. We're still gonna do that, but I'm just gonna show you what it already looks like because I can actually preview this on my local machine. So let's jump in here and see what this looks like. So right now, as you can see here, we got that design already here in the BuddyBoss app, right? And then the previous ones that we have done before. And so now let's go jump in and create the third design.